Hi, you're live with Virus in Riverside, Cardiff, on a breezy Saturday lunchtime. And today's episode is called Bajan Sauce, with a nod to Barbados becoming a republic last week. Okay. And today will be a usual format. Yes, brother, you're nice. And today will be a mini format for you. Okay. It's going to have two local histories. One, Riverside. There we are, Riverside. And two, the neighbouring borough of Grange Town, which is at the heart of Cardiff. Then, of course, we're going to do a walkabout. Okay. So here we are in Riverside. Just going to take a left, take a right, or I won't take that right. Look across, there we go. Same again, take a left. Alright mate, take a right. There we go. Okay, right. So, Riverside, okay, that is Glan Ire Afon, is an inner city area, the community of Cardiff. It's in Wales and it's right next to the River Taff. Alright, okay. Riverside consists mainly of terraced houses. Excuse the sun, you can see all around. Okay. And until 2016, it also included the Grand Avenue and nice houses on Cathedral Road. That's changed since then now. Okay. Riverside has a number of Asian, halal, Chinese local shops, and they provide a great range of foods and varieties from all around the world. So you're good for your yam, your plantain, and your sarsaparilla, etc. Now, because it's close to the Principality Stadium, which you can see in the background on there, and the city centre, it's become part of the big boom in the expanding budget accommodation sector. And, you know, it just means that it has several gardens, including the Spencer Gardens, which was where we're at now, Clare Gardens, plus not far from the place, just up to the north, you've got Sophia Gardens. Now Sophia Gardens was donated, the land there was donated by the Marchioness of Bute, after which it was named, and up until, it was basically destroyed by heavy snow in 1982, collapsed, God bless it. But before then, from 1951 onwards, it was a nice venue for exhibitions, local dances, that sort of thing. Okay. Now, basically, the area was heavily bombed and damaged in 1941. I mean, there was a horrible raid just off the Clare Street area, and it just meant that the whole household, sadly, was killed. 32 people in the bombs. Okay, but it was rebuilt, and new houses were built up, and around Clare Street, and eventually it was all renamed, and you've got names like, you know, near Neville Street, but you've got names such as De Burr Street, Spencer Street, which I'm on now, and places like that, which are actually names of medieval lords of Glamorgan, Booyakasha. Okay. Now, let me tell you about Grange Town. as we come through. We're going to go take a little left here, and we'll soon be approaching Grange Town. Now Grange Town, which is in fact called Trilla West, is a district and community which we're going to come up to now. And it's in the south of Cardiff, so it's a little bit below here. Alright, as we come down famous Clear Road. Alright, South Cardiff. It's one of the largest districts in the city. Okay, it's bordered by Canton, which is just up that way. It's bordered by Butetown, which is at the other end of Grange Town. And of course Riverside, where we are now. There's a little house up there. Alright. Okay. So it just means that Grange Town is a larger population, and the River's Taff flexes its muscles and flexes its way right through both areas really. Okay, so with Grange Town, in the 2011 census, population was 19,385. That's in over 8,000 households. Grange Town, kind of big still. It's one of the 5 towns of Cardiff, alongside Butetown, Crackertown, Newtown and Temperance Town. Now, Grange Town, it's got a diverse, Grange Town, it's got a diverse population. Multicultural district, large number of Somali and Asian brothers and sisters, and also mixed race brothers and sisters, African Caribbean brothers and sisters, Irish, Welsh, everybody, all welcome. Real multicultural area. Okay. It's home, Grange Town. I'm just gonna take a left, which is gonna dead up there. Take a right, which leads to Ely. Carry on. So let's just quickly go across this kind of one-way bit there. Okay. So Grange Town is home, as you reach Grange Town now, to the Swami Inarayan temple and several mosques. All right, mate? Yeah, very well, brother. Very well. Several mosques. Okay. 1857, Baroness Windsor was the landowner of Grange Town through her estate. Okay. She got an Act of Parliament to develop housing on the area and call it the Grange. Big up to Bumpy and them man there. That's where I first met Crystal Clear Studio. People like Jay Dawson, Candyman and Preacher as well. Big up to everyone. Alright. So yeah, she got development rights and called it the Grange. And okay. And it became a Cardiff suburb in 1875. It was low-lying land, it is, and it was flooded up to 5 foot deep in 1883. Okay, under a famous underpass. A lot of naughty things happen under it sometimes at night. Okay. Cardiff Grange Town was very badly damaged during World War II, as was Riverside. A house by Corporation Road, just off Stockland Street, was bombed. All the occupants were killed, just like up in Riverside. Let me tell you now, Clark's Pies, they landed in Grange Town in 1955, on Grove Street, not far from here now. And let me tell you, they're still going today. Now, in 2015, so what's that, just over 6-7 years ago, a place called the Tram Shed was opened. It's a big music venue, can hold a capacity of, oh, there it is, Tram Shed, there you go. can hold big, massive parties. And they've got all time flies coming up soon. Yeah, big up Harry. And then also, it's in a nice little area. Okay, let's take a left, take a right. Ask my bra, is it okay to come through? Nice bra. Okay, that's the tram shed. Okay, so let me tell you something. What do you reckon? Okay. Grange Town. I first came here in 1996 with Neffy on the Crystal Clear studio crew and Dumpling, I think he's back in Cardiff from Jamaica. And we went to a shop that was just along here, and it was owned by a chap called Rodney. Rodney's an elder, a higher elder from the original Cardiff days. I don't know where he is now, but I'll never forget that. Bless him up. Alright, Grange Town. There's a festival. It takes place at a week. Yeah? Every June. It started in 1978 and it's organised by the Grange Town Community Action Group. Okay? And it culminates in a parade which is basically ending in Grange Gardens. And guess what? There's a big old reggae dance at the end of it. This is where Rodney's shop was. Big him up. Big old reggae dance at the end of it. You know how I love Cardiff for that. Oh yeah. So, without any further ado, on to today's first poem. And this one's called 400, with a nod to Barbados becoming a republic last week. So, after 3. 1, 2, 3. 400 years. It's a long time. Good riddance. And now what's mine is mine. James I was on the English throne. Mayflower just sets it. First American Thanksgiving was known. Charles at the event. How is he doing? Smile, my friend. Anyway, as I was saying, Charles, hear him at the ceremony. Oh God, the independence of his nation. But him and his mother not pay 1 penny in a compensation. Sure. England during the 1700s had over 600 plantations of slaves in Barbados, divided into functional groups. England made billions of pounds from this chaos. Not long after the Red Ensign was unfurled, imported African slaves made Barbados the biggest sugar producer in the world. It was cruel. It was cruel. African slaves resorted to infanticide. They'd rather kill their child than hand him over to slave mongers as stock. Killed their child. These times were not mild. 387,000 African slaves were imported and sent to Barbados between 1627 and 1807. Bless them all. We'll see them in heaven. Barbados, the birthplace of the British Slave Society. Not a secret, you'll hear it on ITV. The British elite relentlessly colonised Barbados, making their fortunes from sugar produced by a disposable and unpaid workforce. Old money, stately homes, family public schools, family crests. But compensation, yes, done. You alright though? Yeah, you're nice? You're nice. Yeah. But compensation. Now we're the pests. 1834, barber slavery was abolished, but the chief slave monger was kept on as head of state. Ha. Well, now Barbados breathes free, and all the rest of you nations in the Commonwealth, come join that synergy. It's been a long time. Yes, lads. Yes, lads. All right, man. Yeah, I said that. Yeah. It's been a long time. How many years? Well, in case you wondered, that would be 400. Okay, thanks for listening. And now, just before we go, and to lighten the mood, the second and final poem. And this one is a letter from Hamikran. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Christmas will come. Or can't you tell? Yeah. So oh, excuse me. My manners. My name Hamikran. I'm just here to relieve my nephew Delta. Oh, and to put all your governments into a swelter. Jeepers. And what am I do? And what am I gonna do? We got sweepstakes back on it at COVID HQ. But the real question is, how are you? Can you take all the bad news? Or are you on your way to a Ram Jam Reggae Blues? Well, I'll see you soon. And you kids, tell your parent that your high school's ready for the latest variant. Yes. It's a familiar song. Yes, my brother. How you doing, man? You're nice. You know, you look good, brother. Yes, my brothers. Okay. Yes, it's a familiar song. Deja vu. Another letter from Hamikran. Yes. Letter from Hamikran. Okay. So thanks for listening. It's been quite a long show. I'm going to wrap it up now. But before we actually tie it all up, so as usual, it's time for walk around. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I used to come around there all the time. Just hang around the CCS studio. It's Crystal Clear Studio crew. That's right. So, been in Vegas. What happened? I've been there live at the forum. They had a after blues dance. Guess what happened? Outside, they're ready. Corrigan full ready. Drinks ready. Crystal Clear sound system ready. MCs ready. DJs ready. A white Bentley turns up at the front in the street. But guess what? The man who said that we could do the dance in the yard never told his missus, and she come back from a night shift and run everybody out. Whoosh, boof, boom, out. What that meant? Is that the car just drove past. It's like a funeral out there. What can we say? Well, listen, have a lovely time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm in good old Grange Town, outside a particularly close friend's house. Over and out. Virus in a Cardiff. Virus in a Grange Town. You know.